Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today I'm going to show you how to make custom cool thumbnails. Keep watching to find out how. Okay, so a couple of people have asked me, how do I make the thumbnails for my videos? Now, to be honest with you, they're not very complicated, but they do the job. Generally, YouTube like you to have information about what your video is, a picture of a face or a person, and basically that sums it up. As long as it's clear, clean, crisp, and doesn't contain any profanities or nudity, then you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. But I find, for simplicity, just me and some text does the job just fine. So I generally tend to use a program called TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy is an add-on for Google Chrome, which you can use to help with your YouTube efforts. Now, you can download it from the links that I'm going to put in the description below. It's completely free, but there are additional add-ons so you can increase the package. Now, to actually make thumbnails for your videos is completely free, although slightly limited, but will be more than enough to make simple thumbnails. So let's go over to the PC now and I'll show you how I create a thumbnail. Okay, so here is my YouTube video section. Now, as you can see, I've already got TubeBuddy installed and it is currently integrated, is that the right word? Yes, integrated within YouTube. So I've got a control panel or control bar here, which you probably can't see now because my picture of the camera is over there. But essentially this is like a dashboard so you can get your videos, playlists, live streaming, all that kind of stuff. There's lots and lots of tools you can go into. But the one we actually want to use today is the thumbnail creator, which actually I use on a pretty much daily basis. And it is pretty darn cool. So as you can see from the videos, by the side of each video, there is a little TubeBuddy click button. So this video I'm going to use as a for example, just to create a thumbnail. So this was my Nokia's giveaway. So if we go into the TubeBuddy and we go into thumbnail generator. So now it comes up saying what type of background you want to use for your thumbnail. Now I generally tend to like to use a still frame from the video. Normally when I'm creating the videos, I'll do some kind of daft pose where I'm kind of like pointing or smiling or something like that, just so that I can actually grab that at a later date and use it as a thumbnail. So let's use a still from the video. And I was talking at some point about a capture card, which I wasn't getting on very well with. So there we go. No, let's go back a little bit. So I'm actually looking at the camera, although I'll probably do something daft with my face. Let's see if I can get me a little bit more disgusted. No, that'll do. Okay, so I've got the capture card in my hand. Let's see if we can get a front-on view of the box so you can actually see what it is. And you can adjust this frame by frame, so it's actually quite flexible. So there we go, it's coming into view. Yeah, there we go. I look pretty darn. So let's use that one. So continue, and you've got the option you can lock the background. So let's make this a little bit more emphasized. So we'll stretch this out a little bit, just moving it around. It's all kind of drag and drop. So there we go, we've stretched that up. If I move myself to the side, and now this is what I generally like to do some really bold text so it stands out and grabs attention when you've got a load of YouTube thumbnails and you're looking down through and you're looking for something which stands out, or the viewer is looking for something which stands out to give your video a little bit of prominence. So let's put some text in. So don't buy, no, I can't spell. Don't buy this. I think that pretty much sums it up. So now we can choose a font. So I generally tend to use either Luckiest Guy or the Anton font. So we've got a little bit of room there to fill, so maybe we can go with a slightly wider font. So let's go with Luckiest Guy. And we'll change the font color from red to white. And let's add that. So, okay, you get the idea, that kind of works. Let's angle it a little bit. So then we can stretch it. Again, it's all drag and drop. So there we go, that's pretty big. Now if we try to get the text over to the left or right hand side of the image, when the YouTube play button appears in the middle of the screen, it's not going to obscure your text, which actually does happen in quite a lot of my thumbnails. So let's emphasize the text so we can put a little bit of an outline on that. So there, that makes it stand out a little bit more already. But what would really make it stand out is a bold color behind it to actually isolate the text from the image. So we go over to images shapes, and click on the square shape, and we'll choose a color. I generally tend to use red, not because it's the first one there and I'm lazy, but red is a very bold and vivid color and generally grabs the attention. So what we're going to do is I'm going to actually change the opacity down to about 90% so I can actually see through it, so I can line up the box from the text, because this works as like a layer system. So if you have the box in front, you're not going to be able to see your text. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's click on add, and we'll change the orientation of the box slightly so we can drag it to match the text. And there we go, that pretty much does the job. So now what we do is we'll repeat that process for the rest of the text. Now it doesn't have to be too precise. You can always, if you're not happy with it, you can just press delete or remove or whatever. There we go, and you can start again. So because the monitor is a little bit lower than my eye line, matching this up isn't the easiest of things to do. So hey, we're not looking for perfection here, right? So there we go. Don't buy this. And at the moment, obviously, we can't see the text because it's hidden behind the layers. So if we click here, in between the boxes, where my text box is, you can see now it's highlighted the text box and the text and style icons have changed. So now we can click on this button down here to bring to front. And there we go, boom, there's our text brought straight to the forefront. We've got a red background, so it really isolates the text from the background image. We've got a picture, we've got someone's face holding a product, we've got some massive text and a bold statement, which is pretty much what you need for a thumbnail image to grab attention. Now, I also, sadly, I quite often use an emoji, normally because it's something I like and I use the hearts one, but in this particular instance, I'm not overly keen on the product. So let's go for something angry. So there we go. And we can also use that to cover up the wrong message on the board background. So there we go, don't buy this. And there we go. So that is it, that is pretty much done. You can do what else you want to it, you can move things around. The actual background image itself, we can add some contrast to it to either make it look better or to make it look worse, however you feel about it. And you can change things like the brightness, so if you want it to kind of drop into the background more so you can, or if the shot's underexposed, obviously you can make it a bit more punchy. So there we go, I think that's pretty clear and gives you a rough idea of how things work. Now if you want to as well, you can click on image and you can add an image. So I've got my Mike's Unboxing logo, which I could stick in that corner if I wanted to. So if you've got a logo for your channel, you can upload that and stick that so it's in every thumbnail. That is entirely up to you. So I'll get rid of that for now. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's click on continue. And there we go. And it also gives you then a kind of a guide of what other people are doing with similar titles on their thumbnails. And luckily for this one, it's all my own. So we're happy with that. But that stands out. Don't buy this. It does really send out a message. So let's save and publish. And it'll take a little while to publish the thumbnail, to load it to your video, and click on reload. And then we'll be able to see our changes in the video editor. So there we are, there's our videos, and as you can see, Don't Buy This is now being applied to my giveaway subscriber. Now this video is actually hidden, so you're not going to be able to see this on my channel, just giving you an idea of how it works. So that is pretty much it. So there we go. That is my process of making a thumbnail for my YouTube channel. Hopefully this video is useful to you. If it is, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out TubeBuddy at the links in the video description below. If you've got any comments, questions or suggestions, again, feel free to put them in the comment section. In the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.